What's up everyone, it's Lord Vapors with Dracomar. Now it's time for my first episode of Super Mario 64. When I was first starting off my channel, I was debating between Ocarina of Time and Mario 64. Both games have interesting dynamics, and both have, like Ocarina of Time has a good story. This game, it's got a story, but it's kind of weird. And it all revolves around one plumber and a psychotic turtle, dragon turtle demon thing that's in the castle. So anyway, starting off, we're going to talk to the Lakitu Bros. Good afternoon, Lakitu Bros. Mario's just arrived. We're filming the action live. As seen just in cameraman, we'll be shooting from different angles. Can't adjust the view. You switch with the C stick. And it just tells you basic camera controls. I decided not to skip that, but anyway, no one's home. Now scramble to come back. Well, that actually might be good advice, because the levels in this game, you'll see. It's not for now, but you'll see. You'll see. It gets mean. So this is our first level, and in Bob-omb World. So we got this giant chain chomp. Gonna ground pound this stick, and for some reason, I get incredibly lucky and manage to ground pound it 3 times without having to take a break, and cause the chain chomp to launch into the grate. Yes. I have worked on Street Fighter V, and now I have finally escaped Super Bronze. Finally. I have finally reached the rank of Ultra Bronze. Finally. And hopefully, with any luck at all, I will get to Silver rank. If I can get good enough execution. Because I swear to God, it is so hard. It is an achievement. It is an achievement in game knowledge and effort just to get to that rank. It really is. Long jumps are one of the best ways of traversing a landscape in Mario 64. If you get really good at it, you can go really fast. Now, there is a way of wall jumping up to the top there, but I'm not crisp enough at wall jumping in this game. Movement in this game is not as easy as Mario 64. Anyway, that is a teleportation. That crack is a secret. It's a teleportation. It allows you to teleport to different places. There are other places that you can do this. Now, this guy is a lot like a grappler. He's a lot like Zangief, except he can't grab you from all angles. He's like a Zangief that can only really hit you from the front. If you go behind him and throw him, he cannot deal with you getting behind him. So you want to get behind him and throw him a lot. There are other... That is a common theme with bosses in this game. You get behind him and they can't do anything. If you get in front of him, he, will toss you, he'll toss you right off the cliff. Now, you can't just toss him right off the cliff, because he will just jump right back on and tell you you have to fight him with honor. So you do have to toss him 3 times to defeat him. Yes. The Bob-omb King tells him about how it's amazing that we defused him, and I kind of agree with that, because it's amazing that Mario can even lift a giant steel ball that size. I mean, think about how heavy a steel ball that size is. Anyway, we can do some long jumps here and try to go farther in, and you can come across this very lush green grass. You know, I never thought I'd appreciate some of this lush grass, but right now, we are experiencing a terrible drought. Like, the grass is all dying. It is so dry that I'm having to water the basketball net to use it. That is how dry it is. Anyway, managed to get here in 40 seconds. I could have taken longer by not taking the shortcut, but if I know that a shortcut exists, and it's an easy shortcut, like, all you have to do is just stand there, and it'll teleport you. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do any fancy stuff. And yes, I do know fancy stuff in this game. Am I going to use this weird fancy stuff? Nah. Unless it's jumps, wall jumps, or something that you could normally do in the game, I'm not going to do it because I think it's cheap. And I'm through with doing cheap stuff. In fact, I've been through with doing cheap stuff ever since I started this channel that I have on YouTube. Yes. And so, eventually, Koopa the Quick gives us the Power Star. It takes him a little while I'm having the discussion. Now we have 3 Power Stars, but I want to go straight back into Bob-omb's Fortress, and we're going to shoot to the island in the sky. Now there is one level that you can't do without the wing cap, and I will show you that level at some point, but I didn't actually do it for this playthrough. At first, like, I'm just trying to get to Bowser. To get to Bowser, the final Bowser, I mean, you need a lot of stars. So you need to plan out a route where you, in your head, where you get a lot of stars. You have to prepare yourself for getting a lot of stars. Because if you don't prepare yourself for getting a lot of stars, you're not going to reach Bowser. No. So anyway, we got that star with that chain chomp. Long jump here. If anyone wondering, my mains I'm using right now, or my main characters I'm using are, for Street Fighter V, are Ryu, Karin, and Necalli. I haven't had a lot of luck with a lot of other characters, although Rashid, if I get good at Rashid, I might use him much more, if I can get good at Rashid. Because Rashid is very fast. He's got speed on his side. Cammy, I could use Cammy, but my problem is I tend to have the bad habit of doing unsafe stuff, and since everyone's going to want to punish the living daylights out of me for doing that unsafe stuff, I have to break that habit of doing, like, random cannon spikes and random, like, trying not properly confirming spiral arrows. Because if you do that wrong, you get messed up bad, for obvious reasons, because, you know, they don't want the Cammy to get away free. So just because Cammy can be powerful doesn't mean she's a free win. There is no character in the game that is a free win. Not even Rashid. People say, Rashid is a free win. No, it's not. No, it's not. And that right there wasn't a free win either. You have to aim. You have to aim properly. And these cannons in this game can be torment. Because you'll think you're going to where you're supposed to go, but you have to aim a lot higher. And then sometimes you make the mistake of aiming too high, and then you fly right over it and hit an invisible wall. Even though you normally hit the star, you wouldn't because you hit the invisible wall. Anyway, you will get to see that, and it's fun for you guys to see. It might be fun for you, but for the person playing the game, it sucks. It sucks to hit an invisible wall and lose. But that's just some things that happen in Mario games. Anyway, we got those coins. You want to bait the chain chomp into biting in a different direction, and then go after it. What else? Get this coin down here. That red coin is kind of tricky because you wouldn't normally go down there, but they make it that way so that this is somewhat of a challenge to get all the red coins. But if that's not enough, there's more red coins up this hill too. I'm going to try to wall jump, but I can't. That angled wall, I'm trying to see if I can do it up that angled wall. These wall jumps in this game I find are much more frustrating than their Mario Sunshine counterparts. I'm pretty sure, weirdly enough, it's an interesting story. One of my competitors, Bouncy Boy, he actually is not good at Mario 64. He actually struggles with it, which is actually kind of hilarious. But the thing about him is, though, he's gotten better than me at it because he's got a lot of time to persist on it. I'm not going to necessarily persist on this game right now because I have a whole lot of other games to cover and a whole lot of other stuff I've been doing to cover, including the fact that I'm going to have to redo my Ocarina of Time playthrough and, you know, delete the videos and then re-upload new ones because the order and everything has all been messed up and I can't get all the videos, and I want to stay organized because if I am not organized, you know, it reduces my credibility as someone, well, it feels that way. Well, I still don't have all the videos. Like, I can't get them all together where I want them. So I'm gonna redo that stuff. Can't be that hard. This Mario 64 has trolled me harder than Ocarina of Time. It really has. Like, there are certain levels in this game that at one point it's just like, I'm like, there's no hope of me beating this. I don't know why, but there just doesn't seem to be a way to beat this level. And then when I finally do beat the level, it's like, I'm like totally freaking out. It's like one of those moments, it's like, oh my god, did I actually beat that? Like, I kind of had that today. Like, I wasn't entirely freaking out, I kind of expected it, but when I got to Ultra Bronze, I was like, heck yes. This is doable. In a reasonable amount of time. This is actually somewhat doable. All you have to do is get a win streak and get a good one. Anyway, so I managed to launch with the cannon and get up here to get the last red coin. These red coins, yeah, they are pretty difficult to get. I will vouch. I will vouch for that. But at least you've seen all the locations of the coin, and I landed right onto the Chain Chomp. That's where they come after me. The one thing, though, I like about getting a higher rank in Street Fighter V in terms of online play versus AI, like versus just defeating AI in survival, is that AI are incredibly stupid and incredibly annoying. Once you figure out how stupid they are and how they never learn or do anything different, particularly when you realize they don't do anything different, they become very dull. Now, this level, I can't do it yet because I need more stars to get the wing cap. But since I'm not going to exit the level, I'm just going to go get a star instead. Another star. Like maybe the one launching us into the sky. It's really weird. Like, Mario really is like a circus performer because he's got all these different fancy jumps. And not only does he have all these fancy jumps, but he blasts himself out of the cannon, out of a cannon. It's like circus style. He's like doing the human cannon thing. I mean, no one else like always like looks at this like, oh, he's just going into a cannon. We just casually go into a cannon and launch ourselves towards an island way the heck over there. We do that every day. But the thing is, this can actually get very perilous and very frustrating for Mario because of the fact that with Mario, in certain stages, beneath the island is an abyss. That's where you lose a life each time you miss, and sometimes it's very difficult to tell where you should shoot. Yes. Now that we've gotten out of that world and we'll be returning there at some point, we're going to go on and determine where we're going to go next, which we should just go to the Snow World, which is what's behind the 3-star door. Now, the Snow Worlds is not the hardest of the worlds, unless you try to do the extreme method. Now, there are 2 ways of taking this baby penguin to its mother. One is to slide all the way down the cliff. But you see, that doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to do the method that makes more sense. One that seems less phenomenally suicidal is to slide down this ramp, this snowed ramp. This is still dangerous, because if you see the edges, that's a ditch. Yes, that is a ditch. Not only is that a ditch, but you have to deal with these snowmen. These snowmen try to bash your face in. And I'm trying to make up my mind of where I want to go, whether it's down there or past these snowmen on this interesting bridge. Now, this bridge is very narrow. He's got these snowmen. These snowmen do a significant amount of damage, and it's difficult to get around. Look how much, it's like a quarter of your life bar. So yeah. But it's also pretty difficult to run underneath them. So I end up getting hit. It's amazed that the penguin is not, either the penguin is not hurt by this, or we're hurt by this. Only, I don't know. I don't really know. But the penguin seems intact. I can't tell, because we can't see the penguin's life bar. And we can go down this wooden ramp that's here for some reason. It's connected to this icicled-in hut. And now we give this little baby penguin to the much bigger penguin, mother penguin, and she automatically gives us a star. Yes. We've returned the penguin. And that's a pretty sweet mission. And now we go straight into another mission. Slipping and sliding around. Oh yay. However, this isn't the hard part of this game yet. The hard levels, the truly hard levels, we've yet to see them. Trust me, I will let you know when we get there. When we get there. One of the worst offenders is I don't know, I don't want to spoil it. There's this one particular stage near Bowser. Just why does this have to be here? Anyway, so we're gonna slide down this nice icy slide and hopefully not fall off the edge. It is remarkably easy to fall off the edge. Now there is a way of doing that slide really super fast, but it involves a near suicidal jump down several like, the track is kind of in like a weaving track, and there's a part of the track right near the start that's near the end of it that's directly beneath the beginning part. And you'd have to suicidally jump, like slide right off that. Directly into the abyss, but not really into the abyss, more like that kind of, but more extreme. More extreme. And the trouble is, you often can lose control doing this and slide off into the ditch like that. That's why I don't typically do it. I decided to do it to show some guts and try to do it, but the trouble is, I'm rusted at this game, and unless you're well practiced, doing really daring stuff in this game destroys you. So when you see people doing Mario 64 speedruns, and I said don't go face him as the world champion. He's not the world champion of this game, trust me. The world champion of this game, I don't even know who it is anymore. I don't even know. Because the world champion for this game is actually hotly contested. It swaps back and forth. It was one time it was Siglemic, and then Siglemic held it for a while, and then it went to Cheese, and then Cheese held it, and then Cheese lost it, and now it's someone else. Like, now it's probably someone from Japan or Korea, for all we know, with the infiltration of the Mario 64 world. Anyway, I broke the level. I broke his record. He can't award a gold medal. Instead, he awards us with the star. Nice. And this interesting icy slide level. Now, this is the easy stuff. The hard stuff comes later. So next time, Mario 64, we will be covering the hard stuff. See you guys then.